If you recall in a previous video, I told you that the descent half of a balloon flight is consistent. It's just falling under the parachute. So we can look at the predictions, and even with like the two here I have that are different ascent rates, the descent is the same thing. So what you can do is use the distance between the burst and the landing to help you find out where to go. But that's only half of the information that you need. You know the distance between the two, which in this case, just to do a rough comparison here, is 2.36 miles. But you don't know the exact heading. You could eyeball it here and guess, but that wouldn't really get you as close as you possibly could be. That brings in two websites that I found, and they both come from the FCC. The first one is distance and azimuths between two sets of coordinates. Let's return to the data input. You're going to run this before the flight using the prediction. Point 1 will be the burst site. Point 2 will be the landing site. And I made up points earlier. We'll run it just to show you what that looks like. And what you'll get is this. Now the distance isn't going to make sense for an actual flight, probably, but you get the idea. This is now telling you the distance between the burst point and the landing point, and more importantly, to help you be specific, it is telling you the azimuth. That's the compass heading. So now we have that information, the distance and the azimuth, now that we're on the road and the balloon just burst. So we want to know where to go to get to a close point to where it's probably going to land. That brings up the second website from the FCC. Find terminal coordinates given a bearing and a distance. Enter the initial coordinates. We'll do it in decimal degrees. Now this would be your actual, we say, pretending that we're on the road right now and burst just happened. This is the coordinates of actual burst. And now we want to enter the distance. And remember from in our hypothetical example, that's the distance. So we would put that in there and do miles and enter the bearing or azimuth. That was this. And pretend I entered the right numbers. Click it. And that gives you, now you can plug in this number or these coordinates. That tells you where we should probably be standing to be very close to the landing site. So it's a lot of interesting information. It's kind of fun playing with all of these tools. So I would encourage you to bookmark both of these. I can email these to you if you'd like, blake@n4bwr.com, if you would like me to email those to you, and you can have them on the road with us. They'll help us figure out where to go based on the prediction, and then based on once actual burst has happened. And we'll see you this weekend.